We're back on STL TV Live, and I'm joined with Reena, Hajat, Carroll from Diversity Awareness Partnership. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Arika, for having me.
Thank you so much. So, okay, diversity is a huge word. Tell us what that really means.
Yeah, absolutely. Diversity is becoming such a buzzword,
right.
I think, in the last 6 months. And so for Diversity Awareness Partnership, we define diversity as race, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, thoughts, perspectives, backgrounds, where you grew up, all of those different things for us encompass diversity.
Who is an ideal candidate to participate in your programs or learn more about your organization? Some people feel like, I have friends of every race, or I talk to anybody. I'm not prejudiced, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's what the beautiful thing about our organization is, that it really is intended for everyone, because there's no way that one single person can have diversity in every one of those different arenas, right, in terms of race and religion and disability. And so our programs are really meant to be inclusive, and it doesn't matter sort of what level of understanding you're at, or, you know, again, how many friends you have, or what your family looks like, because in the world of diversity there is just so much to learn. Even for myself, you know, I've been doing this for more than a decade, and I'm learning every single day. There is something new language.
And you have to be like a scholar all the time. You just don't ever know about the totality of everybody or every race. Do you have any success stories? I'm always interested in hearing. Someone who maybe came to one of your programs and you felt like, this guy doesn't get it, right?
Yeah, you know, there was a really interesting situation. We did a training once with a company, and we started talking about sexual orientation and gender identity in the LGBT community and equity, and there were a couple people that just sort of had their hands crossed and didn't look like they were.
Did you go into corporate America?
Yes.
So this was a setting, so this was a business.
Yes.
Okay, and so then you're telling them about how to be more inclusive with the LGBT community.
LGBT, race, religion, all the different communities.
Okay, so these were professionals, okay.
Yep, professionals, and I just didn't think this person was having a good time. They looked like they didn't want to be there.
Okay.
And I was absolutely wrong, because this person raised their hand and shared with us that their son was gay and how difficult it was for him to come out and experience. And it was really interesting because it changed the entire tone of the room and the mood of the room. And people then started asking different questions, and they heard it differently because this was a colleague that they knew and they had a relationship with. And so I think that's the power of dialogue and really participating in discussion around these issues, because there's just so much to learn.
That's excellent, because that's true. If you know someone who's different from you, you have a tendency to be more gentle, or to be more open, versus just the blanket stereotype of this person is different from me and this is what I've been taught about them. Right. So what are some programs that Diversity Awareness Partnership do? What do you all do?
So we do a couple different things. So training, like we just talked about. We do professional development, diversity, and inclusion seminars. So for those people who are maybe in HR or in diversity, or just interested in learning more about how to bring diversity to your company, we invite them to our different diversity seminars that happen quarterly. And then we do a number of youth programs. So we work with middle schools and high schools throughout the region, getting students to understand why it's so important to be inclusive.
It starts with them. It starts with the youth, right.
It absolutely does. And we know the bullying epidemic. We know, you know, we just saw in the Super Bowl commercials around about bullying. And then really negative and serious impacts around that. And so if we can get students to think about how hurtful it is when we discriminate and when we're hateful in our language and usage, it really, I think, can change, again, the tone of our city.
So we're going to come back in a minute, because I want to get into why is this race thing such a big issue in St. Louis, right? And you have a program that's going to help delve into that. So we're going to get right back into that. So don't go anywhere. We're going to return with more from Reena, Hajat, Carroll from the Diversity Awareness Partnership right here on STL TV Live.